Hey, I've been living with this screen every evening and morning for weeks now, and it quietly changed how I think about what a centerpiece TV should feel like. Samsung 50-inch KF. This isn't tea for someone who just lets visuals drift in the background. This is for the kind of person who feels when a picture pops, who notices depth and motion, and who instinctively knows when something looks intentional instead of flat. You re not the person who accepts good enough. You re the person who knows quality when you see it. Before you go any deeper, check the current price and stock. Sets with a refined panel like this and that Q4 AI processor don't sit at steady prices forever, and hesitation usually turns into paying more later. You remember the exact moment you realized your old TV just wasn't cutting it anymore. Maybe you squinted at fast motion that looked smudged. Maybe dark scenes felt dull or wash out. Maybe you wanted your favorite show to feel cinematic, and it just didn't. That's the moment when you stopped settling for compromise and started craving performance that actually matters. Living with Samsung KF feels like someone finally tuned every detail to match your expectations. Highlights feel clean instead of blown out. Colors feel alive without oversaturation. Motion feels composed and natural. Whether you read deep into a movie, watching sports that move fast, or tuning into a late-night binge, everything feels purposeful and vivid, not just okay. This performance isn't just numbers you glance at. You feel it in every frame. You sense crispness instead of blur, depth instead of flatness, and responsiveness instead of hesitation. Once you experience that level of clarity and motion, anything weaker starts to feel like a step backward. Don't wait for odd price dips or stock quirks before you decide. TVs at this quality level don't linger, and delaying usually ends up costing you more or missing out entirely. You might wonder if it's overkill. What actually happens is the opposite. You find yourself using the TV more. Movie nights feel intentional again. Sports feel immersive instead of just watchable. Even everyday viewing feels richer. And here is something most people don't expect because the design is slim and thoughtful. It feels like it belongs in the room instead of dominating it awkwardly. Owning something at this level subtly shifts how you approach your viewing. You sit down with anticipation instead of resignation because you know performance is already taken care of. Every time you consider something weaker, you circle back to this because once you've experienced this premier image quality and depth, weaker just doesn't satisfy anymore. Picture feels clean and vibrant, motion feels smooth and natural, colors feel rich and intentional, streaming feels more engaging, design feels sleek and refined. It is not the cheapest screen out there. Ambient lighting still affects peak highlights eventually. The endless comparison loop just fades away. That's when you realize you were circling back to the choice you already wanted the whole time. You just needed the push. Don't turn this into one of those upgrades you delay and end up regretting later. Check availability now while it is still steady. If you're ready to stop settling for flat visuals and average motion and start enjoying your favorite content with clarity, depth, and presence, Samsung 50-inch KF is the upgrade that feels unmistakably right.